Hey guys. Hey guys. Hi. Lawanda will be Lawanda here. And I just got a couple of boxes from Amazon, and they are my new book. And I want to share it with you. I want you to see this unboxing thing with me because I'm really excited about this. So, first thing I'm getting ready to do is take me a black Sharpie marker, and I'm going to go ahead and blacken out my address so that when I open up this box, my address is not showing. I really need for you guys to be cognizant of that when you're doing these lives and you're doing these unboxing situations. Like, be careful about showing your address online, right? It's bad enough that we put a whole bunch of stuff online, but what you don't need to do is advertise to the whole wide world where you live. So I'm taking a moment just to scratch that out. Now, this is a new book that I wrote. This is the one that came out at the beginning of summer 2025. It was a book that I was impressed in my spirit to write because I understand something about the LWBL mission. I know categorically that my assignment is to a couple of demographics. Number one, I am going to be working very closely with young people ages 7 to 13 because I want to teach grooming. I want them to know what grooming is, what grooming looks like, but I also want to teach that to the parents as well. All right? And then my next category is going to be for the 45-year-old plus, because statistics are showing that individuals that deal with CSA, that we hide that information for years, for decades before we actually come out, tell somebody, or begin to talk about, our stories. And of course, I'm definitely one of those individuals. You all know my story. I held that trauma in for 38 years. And the only reason why I held the trauma in was not just because of the shame, it was also because of the names that were attached to my story. And there are some names attached to my story that I have wanted to hear me, heal me, help me, that have just absolutely refused. And so I've had to go my own way and figure out how to accept the healing, even if I never get the apology. But I started that series with 38 Silencer, Unfired Gun, Still Kill. And that book came out a year ago, August the 22nd. So it came out August 22nd of 2024. And we just celebrated its 1-year anniversary, and it's doing an amazing job as far as sales are concerned. And more people are beginning to learn about my story and are awaiting the third book. It's actually the second book in that 38 file series, going to be called Surviving the Help. It is supposed to be out at the end of this month, but I have not had time to get to it because the LWBL mission has taken off and is speaking around the country, is advocating in different spaces, and these are the things that I am super excited about. But this is the book that I wrote at the beginning of the summer. It's called Silent Setups. And this is a book about grooming. It is to help individuals know what grooming is. Know what the top 10 secrets that predators use to trap your children. You need to know, you need to see real life scenarios and situations, and also rip a couple of stories out of my own experience with grooming so that you can continue to learn and we can continue to make sure that predators understand that we mean business. We are not playing games anymore. We are not going to continue to hide predators in our homes. We are not going to continue to excuse this type of behavior. We are going to hold them accountable. So this is going to be my first look, guys. I haven't seen the book as of yet. When this book first came out, it was really intended only to be a electronic book, something that you could download, just an ebook. But I decided to go ahead and put it in print format because I really wanted to know, I really wanted to be able to have people to be able to put the book in their hands. I prefer a printed book. I prefer to hold the book in my hand, open the book, and I prefer to have the book in my hand. So you guys come along with me really quickly while I open up my first box, my first delivery. of silent setups. I am so excited. I'm so excited to see this. So excited. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Guys, look at this book. Let me just take out a few. Oh, my goodness gracious. First of all, the size of silent setups is amazing. I thought this was going to be an 8.5. I thought it was going to be a smaller book, but look at the size. Look at the size of silent setups, guys. Look at this book. This is Silent Setups. It is inside the Predator's Playbook. This is all about patterns of deception and the powers of protection. This is a book that I wrote at the beginning of the summer because children were getting ready to go to summer camps. They were getting ready to be going to and being around people that they may not automatically know, and it was designed to help parents and kids be aware of their surroundings at all times. I am super excited. The back of the book says, every predator has a plan. Do you? In a world where silence is often mistaken for safety, Silent Setups pulls back the curtain on one of the most manipulative and often overlooked threats to our children, grooming. This book was born not just from research, but from a lived experience. As a childhood sexual abuse survivor turned advocate and speaker, I've come to understand how predators operate and how silence helps them thrive. What you're about to read is not meant to scare you. It's meant to equip you, and that is the mission I chose to accept. You'll learn how seemingly innocent behaviors and sometimes calculated strategies and how people who appear kind, helpful, or charming may be hiding a far more sinister agenda. Inside these pages, you'll discover the most common tactics predators use to gain access, trust, and silence, red flags that often go unnoticed, real life scenarios. Somebody's calling me. Sorry, guys. Real life scenarios showing how grooming unfolds, reflective questions to help guide the hard but unnecessary conversations, and insights to move from reactive to proactive parenting. This is me, and it gives you information about me. It says LaWanda will be LaWanda is a powerful voice in rooms that need truth, healing, and hope. As a seasoned speaker, author, and MC, she brings boldness, clarity, and charisma to every stage, empowering audience through storytelling that educates and transforms. As a result of LaWanda's lived experience, she has established the LWBL mission, which is laser focused on helping others reveal, deal, and heal from childhood trauma. Silent Setups, guys. This book is in, and it is amazing. I really put my heart and soul into this book. And I want to tell you that in the back of the book, I have actually put the statute of limitations in the back of the book that you can read about your state, so that you can kind of get an idea of what the laws are in your state, to help you understand when you need to come forward. Whether you need to come forward now or whether you can hold it until later, but it goes state by state. And I also put the federal statute in here as well. You know, listen, this is some amazing stuff, right? You've got the statute of limitations in the back of the book, state by state. I'm actually starting my podcast, starting with the statute of limitations, going to be starting here really soon, called From a Whisper to a Roar. I am absolutely focused on making sure that we end childhood sexual abuse. I am going to continue to lend my voice and my experience to this conversation because it damages us, it hurts, It's traumatic, and we have been hiding it and silent too long. I am just so amazed right now at how great this book actually came out, how it looks. You know, just it is a full color book. And it's really amazing. You know, like there's a chapter in here that says what to do if you suspect grooming. You know, what do you do, parents, when you think that somebody may be trying to take advantage of your children? How do you react? What are the shifts in your children that are most commonly missed? This chapter reveals some of those shifts. You know, one of the things that I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today about was about how my behavior changed from honor roll student to all of a sudden being suspended 6 times at the beginning of the school year. All of a sudden, I went from being a honor roll student, getting good grades, coming home with report cards saying that I was such a joy to be around in the 3rd grade, to all of a sudden by the 4th grade, just being a complete terror. By the 5th and 6th grade, was getting suspended multiple times because I was being messed with in my home. So it's interesting that, that all of these things can be overlooked. And parents, I want you to be aware of what is happening to your children when you are bringing individuals around them. They are in daycare, they're in after school care, they're at camps, they're away from you at slumber parties. I need you to be aware about the shifts that you made that will happen in your children so that you can start asking the important questions. In the book, I really go through a lot of content about how to really notice and see things. And of course, there's going to be a page at the end of every chapter for you to gather your thoughts, because this is a thought book, guys. This book is designed to make you think. It's designed to put it in your hands to make you think about things that you might have just excused, and you may have thought that it was of no consequence. Guys, listen. Silent Setups is available. It is available for you. It is available online. You can order it directly from my website. You can go ahead and go to LawandaWillBeLawanda.com. You can get this book directly from my website, and I want you to get this book in as many hands as you possibly can, because we need to help our parents. I'm so excited about Silent Setups, guys. The book came out looking absolutely amazing. It's an easy read. It's all about having just information, accessibility, information, being accessible. And it goes through the top 10 ways that predators are attracting our children. Please buy this book. Please know what's happening. Please be aware. Please be aware. There's even a chapter in this book about the gaming platforms, right? You guys have seen the Roblox lawsuit that's happening right now. That's because we are not paying attention and predators are getting access to our children. So do me a favor, order Silent Setups, tell your friends about Silent Setups, let them know that Lawanda Will Be Lawanda means business. I'm coming after every predator that has hidden in our homes and that has thrived in the shroud of secrecy, and no more will we be silent. Silent Setups, guys. This is the 2nd book out of the Lawanda Will Be Lawanda mission. This is the 2nd book that I have published in less than 1 year in order to help individuals understand what childhood sexual abuse looks like, the damage that it has, how it occurs, because I need to scream this from the mountaintop. So please support the LWBO mission, order these books, let me get this into your hands so that I can continue my mission. This is Lawanda Will Be Lawanda always, because everybody else is already taken. I will see you on the next video. Bye for now. I'm so excited.